Hello, everyone. On today's episode, we'll be looking at an interview with Mark Spiegel, a self-taught financial analyst and owner of Stanphyl Capital. For those of you not already familiar with this guy, he's a long-term perma-bear who is infamous for a lot of Tesla trash-talking, including calling Elon Musk a fraud and pathological liar. Mark has been short Tesla for about 10 years. Talk about masochism. Anyway, I found this interview and it has a ton of gems. Enjoy.
I'm a value guy. So yeah, I mean, I always look for that. I always look to buy revenue cheaply, and I have a small fund, so I own a smaller position in General Motors, and I'm short a ton of Tesla. I mean, basically that company's a disaster. I mean, we can talk about it or not, but
you need help.
They've had to slash prices massively. They're probably making half as much in profit per car this quarter. It's 70 times earnings. It's not, I'm looking at it now on my screen. It hasn't been trading on logic. It was starting to trade on logic and
logically, guys.
Tesla will go down 3 times as fast as the market, just as it went up 3 times as fast or whatever. I'm making that number up. But obviously it's very high beta, relative to the NASDAQ index, let's say. So I think it's just too big. I mean, it's the most popular retail stock worldwide. Somebody posted on Twitter not too long ago a map showing, like, in every country in the world, the most popular stock, and probably 80% of them, I'm making up a number. The most popular stock to trade was Tesla. But anyway.
Genius.
Tesla is absurdly expensive, considering that technology-wise, it really now has trailing edge. There are cars that charge faster, that have much nicer interiors. Because Musk, he started off with a great head start, but that doesn't mean anything in the auto business. I mean,
trust me, I'm an expert.
There's just a lot of blatant fraud that's gone on there. I mean, with his so-called full self-driving program, it's been proven that he used a fake.
Why are you smiling?
Video segment to market that thing, and the solar tiles, it's been proven that when he showed them, they were actually fake. And so eventually this stuff's going to catch up with him. But even if it doesn't, just the competitiveness of the auto industry is going to catch up with Tesla, and that's what's going to happen.
Just trust me.
Yeah, it's interesting. So you don't really put any value on, I guess there's the AI technology, the self-driving. There's also there.
Come on, it's nonsense. The AI guy. I mean, their self-driving is just garbage. Any expert can tell you that it's garbage. You can't do it just with cameras. Okay, that's why everybody else uses LiDAR and radar.
I mean, logically, guys.
And Musk is stuck there too. He doesn't want to spend the money for LiDAR. Supposedly, he's got this new hardware coming out that'll have radar. But then guess what? You have what? Because he had radar for a while and then he pulled it out.
That's what she said.
Apparently to save money or because of the supply chain problems or whatever. So
why are you smiling?
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is just a nonsensical promotion, and eventually the lawsuits and the regulators will grind that down. The newer, more innovative, homegrown Chinese cars, like BYD just came out with some higher end cars, and the Neos and the Xpeng. I mean, Tesla just looks like garbage next to those cars, which is why it's losing market share.
Help me understand your logic, please.
Those margins everyone used to brag about, they don't exist anymore when you slash prices the way Tesla has in the last few months, The Lord gaveth with one hand and took it with the other or something, so.
Yeah, very true. So what would you say is your target price for Tesla?
I mean, Tesla, last I looked, BMW was around 60 billion euros or something. It's got 3.2 billion shares outstanding. So you're looking at, I don't know, $17 a share.
Are you fucking retarded?
Maybe. I mean, that's what the damn thing is generously worth.
Are you really retarded?
Because it's not really growing much anymore.
That's what she said.
I mean, not against Q4. You can take the beginning of last year when it was still growing quickly, but that's not happening now. So, $17, $18 a share versus, $202 right now. That's a hell of a lot of downside, right? That's over 90% downside. I think we're going to see that.
Yeah, it's crazy to think.
You got that right.
I'm bearish, but look, I think you told me that you have a lot of sort of younger investors watching this. I do not recommend that anybody out there short stocks. It's very difficult to do. You get fierce rallies. You have to have a certain mentality to deal with it. You know, a certain cold-blooded confidence, let's call it. And even if you have it, it's hard to make money shorting stocks. I mean, because over time, stocks go up just because of inflation, right? When you short something, you're shorting it in nominal terms. And in nominal terms, over time, all these people were like, oh, Tesla's going to put them out of business, you know? But the new electric cars that GM has coming out this year are probably nicer than any Tesla. I mean, none of these companies are going to get put out of business by Tesla. Tesla's the one slashing prices, you know, in order to try to keep up the growth story, even though they're going to have earnings contraction significantly this year because there's no way they're selling enough extra cars to make up for those price cuts. So yeah, so that's how I'm positioned. I mean, if you're buying a Tesla today, you are not cool. You just think you're cool. The cool people are moving on. They're buying other EVs. Actually, one of my favorites. To do that, it requires understanding how to read a balance sheet and a financial statement. And by the way, it's not that hard. I'm self-taught. I taught myself.
I'm an expert now.
You know, just reading this through books years ago. I didn't go to business school for it. But that's the way to invest over the long period of time. I don't have a boss. I work for myself. There's no one to fire me. So, you know.
No one can stop me.
You know, hopefully I can be useful for you.
Perfect. I'll put that on the
Or at least make you laugh.
Yeah.
So, you know.